Look, Tomty, I'm playing the warrior queen Laxmibai at my school play.
Wow, warrior queen? Please tell me your story, Didi.
Well, Laxmibai was the Queen of Jhansi, who bravely fought the British rule in India. She was born in Varanasi on November 19, 1835, in a Brahmin family, and named Manikarnika, though she was fondly called Manu by her family. Her father, Morpun Tambe, worked at the royal court of Peshwa Baji Rao, who was a Maratha ruler. Sadly, she lost her mother when she was only 4 years old, so she was raised up by her father.
Oh, poor her!
Yes, but Peshwa was very fond of little Manu. He raised her as his own princess daughter. He gave her training in warfare, martial arts, fencing, and horse riding. She even formed her own gang of little girl warriors.
Wow, that's cool!
Yes, she was taught these skills by Tatya Tope, who was a warrior and a noble at the court of Peshwa. He adored Manu. Manu was beautiful, intelligent, and very brave. She got married to King Gangadhar Rao, the ruler of Jhansi. He loved his wife dearly and named her Laxmibai. Soon Laxmibai gave birth to a son, but he died after only 4 months. Though they adopted a baby boy. The king was deeply saddened, fell ill, and soon died from grief.
That's sad.
Manu was still very young when she became the Queen of Jhansi after the king's death. During this time, the British were expanding their rule over India. They planned to snatch Jhansi on the pretext that the king died without a legal heir. British did not accept the adopted son, nor Laxmibai as the rightful heir of Jhansi. They ordered her to leave the palace and the Jhansi fort, giving her some money as pension.
But she was the queen. It was her kingdom. Why should the British interfere?
Exactly. She was enraged, refused to give in to the unjustified demand. And that is why the British troops arrived at Jhansi to capture it. Laxmibai rallied her troops and fought fiercely. Tatya Tope sent 20,000 of his men to help Laxmibai, but still her army could not compete with the British army that had less than 2,000 men. The British had better weapons and techniques.
Then what happened, Didi?
The British captured Jhansi and Laxmibai had to escape at night by jumping from a wall of her fort, riding on a horse and carrying her little son. She rode non-stop for 24 hours to reach Kalpi.
Wow! She was brave!
The British pursued her and attacked Kalpi. Laxmibai rushed to the front lines and bravely fought to save Kalpi. Sadly, Kalpi fell to the British too.
Oh no!
Well, Laxmibai was not one to give up easily. She escaped to Gwalior with Tatya Tope and her remaining army.
Yes!
They captured Gwalior Fort. The ruler was pro-British. There again, she fought with the British and the Allies bravely.
So did the British get Gwalior?
Yes, Tomty. Sadly, Gwalior fell to the British. Laxmibai died trying to save Gwalior rather than surrendering. It is said that she fought on horseback with swords in both hands while her little son was tied to her back. She died fighting on June 18, 1858, at the age 23.
She was so brave.
Yes, she is regarded as one of the leading personalities who first began the fight against the British rule. Laxmibai's courage inspired many others to fight the British, and almost 100 years later, in 1947, India finally became independent from British rule.
We should always be grateful to her. Her life and story seem so inspiring.
Yes, Tomty, that's absolutely right. We are so proud of her.